Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today's topic is going to be the difference between mistakes and lessons. So we'll get to that in a minute. We'll take a couple of breaths. Breathe in the peace. Exhale the noise and chaos. I'll let you decide. Breathe in something positive. Exhale something negative. One more. All right. So, the difference between mistakes and lessons. And I'm mostly talking about many of us thinking, I keep on doing the wrong thing. I'm not doing this TMS thing right. I'm not doing this recovery process right. I'm making this mistake and that mistake. And it's not just the TMS stuff. In life, many of us are very perfectionistic, very overly critical of ourselves, judgmental of ourselves, and we view ourselves from the frame of, look at all the mistakes I'm making. And from the standpoint of TMS, perceived danger, pain, or symptoms, mistakes often mean I'm never going to get better because I keep making these mistakes. I keep freaking out. I keep doing this. I can't stop my racing thoughts. I'm making all these mistakes. I'm never going to get better. So I like looking at it this way. There's no mistakes, just lessons learned. Right? It's kind of like that old statement, there's no failures, just lessons learned. Right? So you're not failing at recovering. You're moving forward, especially if you can take on the mindset that every time you try to do something and you don't get the result you want, there's a lesson in that situation, right? There's a lesson. And those mistakes and versus lessons can apply to everything. If you're in a relationship, are you making mistakes with the relationship or are you learning lessons? Maybe, it might be perceived as a mistake, but you can reframe it and go, well, what can I learn about that? What can I learn from that experience, right? And look, as you know, I'm not a big proponent of digging up your past. I'm not. I just don't know that will help you teach your right now brain that you're safe now. But if you are going to look back at your past and look back at your emotional experiences and perhaps think about or feel some emotions from past experiences, one way to let the emotional charge go is to find the lesson from that experience. So, for example, if you're traumatized because you had kind of crappy parents and they weren't there for you, you had abandonment issues because they were never there for you, and maybe there was some abuse, physical, mental, hopefully not sexual, but let's be real, that is possible for many people. But what's the lesson from those horrific experiences? Most likely, an obvious one is, it had nothing to do with me. It wasn't my fault. I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I was born to some parents that were not ideal, probably because their parents were kind of messed up too. So the lesson sometimes can kind of allow you to leave the emotional charge from that memory in the past where it belongs. So the topic of the video is really more so our judgment that I'm not capable of doing this and getting better because I know it's TMS and that terrifies me, but I don't think I'm capable of doing it right because look at all the mistakes I'm doing. I get so upset all the time, and because I'm doing that, I'm never going to get better. Look, awareness is a key concept I talk about a lot. So become aware as to how you're responding to your day-to-day life, to your symptoms, to your sensations, your pains, and notice whether or not the way you are responding and behaving and thinking is moving you towards recovery, meaning things are getting better, mindset first, and then overall symptoms are starting to get better. Because if they're going the opposite direction, there's a lesson there The lesson is the strategy you're currently using is not working. So it's time to change the strategy, right? So this applies to all areas of life. All areas, you know. Even just think about school. You know, you're learning math in elementary school. The lesson is try it. If you make a mistake, what can you learn from that? Try it again. Try it again. Try it again. Right? And it's interesting because, you know, I'm watching firsthand my mom going through stroke recovery. And she's literally learning techniques to dress herself, to get her pants on. And I know that seems ridiculous, but, you know, she lost her physical capability to do certain things, and she has to learn to adjust and to use tools or different positions or strategies. There's lessons in everything we do if we look for the lesson. And if you're always running around beating yourself up because of all your mistakes and things you're doing wrong, you're missing the lesson. And the lesson can help you do it better next time. So as it relates to TMS recovery, notice when the things you're doing are not providing you the result you want. Get the lesson from that and change your strategy. So I'm going to wrap this one up. That's what I have for you today. Hope everybody's doing really well. And I guess we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Love you.